Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back to check out another Superman collector review. Well, today is all about 3D printing. Um, it can go very right, it can go very wrong. But some of the stuff that fans have made over the years has been absolutely superb. So this was gifted to me yesterday by a very dear friend of mine, Martin Lakin. I assume it's 3D printed. I didn't really get any chance to ask him much about it. He just said, "Have you got one of these?" I said, "No." He said, "You have now," and that that was the extent of the conversation. But this is a fantastic 3D print or plastic resin cast. I don't really know, of Chris Reeve with his classic Superman hair. There, you can see how big it is compared to my hands. It's only small, just a little sort of bust. There's the view from the top. Just a really nice item. So I was very, very pleased when Martin gave me this. Wonderful. I'm thinking of having it painted, to be honest with you, because I think it would look superb if it was done correctly. If it was done by sort of a proper job, it would really be stunning. But it's a lovely little piece, quite lightweight, but very nice as a gift that someone gave me. So that's going to go pride of place in one of my cabinets. Right, let's move on to the next thing. Now, this next thing is an absolute stunning piece, and you will instantly recognize it. Look at that. What you're looking at there is a 3D printed Jor-El crystal mask. You'll instantly recognize it from Superman the movie. Obviously, Clark goes on his 12-year knowledge trip through time and space. When he returns to Earth, Jor-El's face turns to this mask. The mask spins around, the camera comes through the eyelet, and there we see Chris for the first time in his costume. I mean, what a great reveal. John Williams' solo trumpet theme playing. Chris flies towards camera, and as Richard Donner has said in many of the documentaries, Chris somehow banked his body and he flew past camera. So let's get into this. This was gifted to me again yesterday by a very dear friend of mine, Alexi Lambley-Steele. Can't thank both you guys, Martin and Alexi, for the gifts yesterday for our trip to Milton Keynes for the Superman 4 filming locations. So this is fantastic. Very, very lightweight. Probably a little less than 1-to-1 scale. I'm not going to give away the guy who produced this. Try and give you a sort of 3D view of it, if you like. It's hard because obviously it's translucent, but it's the closest we're going to get to something near perfection. It's very difficult with when you're casting resin. I've tried to make with my friend a Superman 3 Kryptonite rock, which turned out pretty good, to be honest, before it got broken when we moved house. But it's very difficult to get rid of bubbles, streaks, imperfections. The mold has to be perfect to start with. 3D is coming on, 3D printing is coming on in absolute leaps and bounds. So I want to be honest about it. I love this piece. I love this piece because it's the first time we've managed to get something anywhere close to Jor-El's mask. It's a fantastic piece to own in my collection. I'm so pleased. The guy that made it did not just use screenshots from the movie. He used source material. He managed to find some sketches, I believe, and some photographs and some early drawings of what this was going to look like when they were designing it for the movie. So it's pretty damn accurate, to be fair. The problem with 3D printing is obviously you get imperfections, you've got lines and all the rest of it. I think I'll probably work on this a little bit, because I think with a little bit of refining, you've got some issues here and here, and sort of there. There's some sort of strands. As a crude start, I think it's really good. You've got a couple of bits there. Look, um, it's a good start, and I think if I worked on it a little bit, I don't know whether I would use sandpaper or a Dremel, one of those little Dremel tools to refine it. I don't know. I need to research um, how you refine these things. As I say, I'm not a huge um, sort of world of knowledge on 3D printing at all. So it's all new to me, really. But I think with a little bit of finesse, it could be absolutely stunning. Not that it isn't already, because it is. But yeah, I just wanted to share it with you, because I just think it's a wonderful piece. And for fan made, I think they've gone to an awful lot of trouble to try and get this right. And the problem with this mask is part of its beauty and part of its problem is it's very angular. There's all the features are very angular, which makes it very difficult to replicate. But it looked great in the movie, so I mean, I can understand why they went for that. And also with crystals, because crystals features heavily in the movie, with knowledge crystals and the clear crystals, not just the green one. So it's all about crystals, basically. So crystal mask would make sense. I don't know any other way you would make this, because you could go down the route of glass crystal, or that way, which I have a green knowledge crystal made out of glass, as you know. But that's just a long piece of glass crystal, so it's very difficult to sort of make a mask like this out of that sort of material. So maybe the closest we're going to get is going to be 3D printed, and or resin. But the resin is a much more difficult way to do it. So it's an early prototype. As I say, they're not available anywhere else apart from the guy who's invested his time in this. But I think with a little bit of refining, it could be even more stunning than what it is. But I just wanted to show it to you. Whether I'll do the refining myself or whether I will get someone to do it for me, I don't know. But as an early prototype piece, it's absolutely superb. So there you have it, Marlon Brando's Jor-El mask from Superman the movie. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm enjoying doing all these videos and sharing all this collection with you guys, and new stuff that comes up, like this came up yesterday. But also, I was gifted another item yesterday, which is absolutely superb. So I'm going to record that video now, and I'll post that next week. But you won't want to miss it. So you've got this one, and you've got another one coming next week. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and hit the like button. That would be fantastic. And subscribe if you will, because that will make the channel grow. And also hit the notification bell, and then you'll be aware of my next uploaded video. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. See you soon.